All right. So we'll start with the prayer. Just you can mute and chant Om thrice. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Parabrahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Vyasaya Vishnu Rupaya, Vyasa Rupaya Vishnave, Namo Vai Brahma Nidhaye Vasishthaya Namo Namaha. Vasudeva Sutam Devam Kamsa Chanura Mardanam, Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum. Narayana Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. So, taking the blessings of all the gurus and the acharyas through the ages, down the ages, who have given us this divine knowledge, and taking the blessings of Sri Krishna and our Guru Sri Prabhuji, welcome to this session of Dharma Kshetra. So, we are in chapter 3, Rahul, and there are very few number of verses in chapter 3 which have been selected for Manana, which is so much material is there even in those 3 verses, those 7 verses. So we were just into verse 3.21, 27, I guess. Prakrute Kriyamanani. We will chant that once, and we have done some manana on it, and we can all share some more points on the same. So I will share the screen, and all of us will chant it once, and then go ahead with the sharing. Right. Prakrute kriyamanani gunaih karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate. Yes. Rahul, you can start because you're you can chant, that's it.
Sure. Prakrite kriyamānāni gunaih karmāni sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate.
Very beautiful.
Prakrite kriyamānāni gunai karmāni sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate.
Yes.
Prakrite kriyamānāni gunai karmāni sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate.
Yes.
Prakrite kriyamānāni gunai karmāni sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartahamiti manyate.
Very good.
Prakrute kriyamānāni gunāni karmani sarvashah ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate.
Good. Somebody has to, yeah, all right. So I guess, Shweta, you want to go, or you've done this?
Prakrite kriyamānyāni gunai karmāni sarvashā ahankara vimudhatma kartaham iti manyate.
Yes. So all activities are carried out by the 3 modes of material nature. Prakrute kriyamanani gunaihi karmani sarvasha. Gunaihi are 3 gunas, 3 modes of material nature. Guna means Prakriti is material, Guna is the 3 modes, Sattva, Rajas, Tamas. Ahankara vimudhatma. But in ignorance, who the jiva, deluded by false identification with the body, thinks kartaham, I am the karta. It thinks itself as the doer. This is the simple explanation of the shloka. So now for the manana, we have done some manana on it, but still you want to share some inputs, please do. Nirmala. So if Prakriti is doing everything, what is my role in it? What am I doing here? What do you say?
A doctor
Huh.
performs a
Hmm.
major, intricate operation.
Right.
And
Hmm.
a knife is dancing around,
Ah.
saying, wow, what a cutting I did. You know that? It was
Ah.
my sharp knife which
Ah.
did everything.
Hmm.
But for me, the operation would have not happened so well.
Hmm.
Really, who is the person? It's the doctor.
Hmm.
This knife is just an instrument.
Okay.
Just one of the instruments. But look at it dancing around as though it is the doer. That's what I'm doing.
I'm doing. Okay.
Purnima,
Yes.
doctor, have you ever listened to this video of Dr. Devi Prasad Shetty?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, he also says the same thing. You
Okay.
know, a lot of people have this, he does a very good operation. So he says, I myself don't know what will happen. I've always left it to God.
Hmm.
Okay, I do my duty, but I have never taken the credit for it. Okay.
Hmm.
And he himself has seen cases where he thought it's a gone case, it will not, the patient will not survive. But he sees that he survived. And there are very cases where it's like it was a very easy operation, but something goes wrong and he doesn't even know why.
Hmm.
So he just leaves it to God and says that I am just the doer. It's all in your hands. I'm leaving. So yes.
Yeah,
That's
before going to operation theatre, he prostrates near God. He salutes God and then does it.
Correct. So the more one evolves, the more one understands that, everything is happening. And we are all just instruments, like we are all the knives in the hands of God. The God or dharma. God here is, see, in this manifest world, what is God other than the natural order or dharma? Isn't it? Dharma, why am I here? Why is the knife here in the surgeon's hand? To do the operation. Why? To make the patient better. So why am I here on this earth? To be in tune with the world, to the universal order, which is dharma, which is harmony. The moment there is the disharmony in the world, in the nature, all the other prakriti's gunas will come off. Rajas, tamas, everything will start dancing. Okay, let us some more. Yeah, tell.
The
Yeah.
Mahabharata war was over, and everyone was praising Arjuna sky high. And Arjuna came and told, I don't know what is really happening. I was leaving one arrow. I saw it become into 10, 100, then 1,000. It went on increasing like this. We left only one arrow. Somebody else was doing the magic.
Magical.
I don't know who it was.
Yes.
It was really the Krishna who was fighting the battle. What did he say? He's not going to pick up the arms. He's not going to fight at all.
Yes.
Whereas the real fighting was done by Krishna only.
Very
real.
Correct.
Real thing.
Yeah. Correct. So this Arjuna, throughout these anecdotes and parables, sometimes he is full of arrogance and sometimes he is humble like this. In your example, he was very humble and he accepted the role of Krishna. There's another very beautiful story of Barbarika. You know Barbarika's story? Barbarika was the grandson of Bhima. That means he was the son of Ghatotkacha. Right? So this Barbarika was even more powerful, Balishta, than his father and grandfather put together. Okay. Just one Barbarika would have been enough to flatten the Kaurava army or the Pandava army, depending on whom he would align with. So this Barbarika was a non-aligned person. He was not taking any sides, but he was Barbarika wanted to join the war. Wanted to see during the time during Kurukshetra, there was nobody who didn't take sides. Apparently, everyone either on the Pandava side or the Kaurava side. It was the First World War. Prabhuji keeps saying, First World War was not in 1937. It was like 5,000 years ago. That was the First World War. Really the World War, because every country was involved. Every Raja was involved. So this Barbarika was coming towards the Kurukshetra, and Krishna saw that. Oh, this Barbarika was coming, and to prevent this, somehow, I don't know, I'm not very sure of the details, he wanted to align with the Kauravas. He wanted to join the powerful king, Duryodhana. So Krishna sensed this, and he accosted Barbarika on the way, and he said, Barbarika, I know why you are coming, and I don't want you to go to the Kaurava army. Then this Barbarika was, very disappointed. He said, Arey, no, but I wanted to participate in the war. Now you're saying don't participate. He said, at least I want to watch it. I want to watch the war. Okay. No, some altercation happens between Krishna and Barbarika, and Barbarika is beheaded. Before dying, Barbarika asked the boon of Krishna. I want to witness the Kurukshetra. This is the greatest event of all mankind, and I don't want to die without seeing it. So Krishna gives him a boon and said, okay, I will keep your head alive, you will be able to watch the Kurukshetra. And so his head is still animated, and he's put on a long pole, tall pole, and he's witnessing the Kurukshetra. It's very interesting. And then at the end of the Kurukshetra war, when all the destruction is done and the Kauravas are vanquished, etc., this Arjuna and Bhima, they are, looking at the devastation, and they are the victors, and they're gloating about it. They're very happy. Naturally, you are fighting a war so that you may win it, and you won it. And they're boasting, Bhima said, how my Gadha, how many Kauravas were pulped because of my Gadha, I pounded them to pulp with my Gadha, 100 Kauravas. And our Arjuna is boasting, how many arrows beheaded, how many soldiers beheaded, my arrows beheaded so many soldiers. Both of them were boasting. And this Barbarika, they heard a weird laughter from somewhere. Some laughter. And they say, who is laughing in this, in this devastated war field? Everybody is dead and somebody is laughing. This is Barbarika. On the tall pole, Barbarika is still watching, and he's laughing and said, from where I stand, I couldn't see neither you, my dear grandfather Bhima, nor I could see your arrows, Arjuna. I could see only Krishna Sudarshana Chakra going around.
Super.
So beautiful, no? He could see only Sudarshan from his height, from the height of Jnana. We see only Sudarshana Chakra going around, nothing else. Whether it is creation or whether it is sustenance or whether it is destruction, it is only the Sudarshana Chakra which is doing everything. So that is what.
Another story, I don't know this is context, but the last day of what is that, Bhishma, he had taken an oath that he will do something, because this Duryodhana was hurting his this thing. He's saying, you are really leaving the Pandavas free. What? You're playing for Pandavas. You're not fighting for Kaurava army. He went and shouted at him. So Bhishma said, no, just see today what I do. And he came in full force. He was really doing a lot of, killing. So at last, Bhima had this power of, whenever Daddy you think of me, I will come and appear. That is the Gatokacha. Gatotkacha.
Kacha.
So Gatotkacha was brought in to, equalize the thing.
Yeah.
That is, he was doing a lot of killing. And to some extent, the fierceness got reduced because of Gatotkacha's arrival. But of course, he died over field.
Yeah.
So at the right time, Krishna will plant people.
Right, right. Only when
Just-
you are aligned with him, right?
No, I don't think Arjuna was aware of Krishna's powers. He has surrendered, all right. But he didn't know the real person behind all this is Krishna. He didn't know that.
He didn't know that. Despite
Yeah,
all
and,
the, yeah.
and next was Drona was doing havoc. He wanted to put down the Drona. That is why he said the Ashwatthama and this Yudhishthira refused to agree to say that. But Krishna forced him and he said, Ashwatthama. The elephant died.
Yeah. There's one more anecdote, last one, and then we will see what else we can come up with. So after the Kurukshetra, then Arjuna wanted to, like all the charioteers do, like all the chauffeurs do, the chauffeurs get down first and they open the door and the owner gets down. So this Arjuna was waiting for Sri Krishna to give him a hand so that he can get down. And so Krishna refused to get down from the chariot first. I'm sure, Rahul, you know that story. Please recall it for us.
I've heard of that anecdote. I mean, in the sense that he tells Arjuna to get down and go to a certain distance and stand.
Yes.
And then Krishna gets down and goes, and they just turn back to see the whole chariot burn into bhasma. So
yes.
because of the powerful arrows of Bhishma, Drona, Kripacharya, all of them. So it was Krishna who was holding the chariot together all the while. So or else the chariot would have gone long.
Absorbing all the negative energy.
Negative energies. Yes.
And this Hanumanta's this one flag there.
Flag. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah. So once
only
yes, Nirmala.
Only one person understood Gita. It was Hanumanji.
Hanuman. Yes. One person, that Hanuman is very evocative stories there about Hanuman and how he was totally ahankara. We are all, most of us are ahankara vimudhatma. He was one entity who had absolutely no ahankara. You know that story about Valmiki Ramayana and Hanuma Ramayana? We all know only Valmiki Ramayana. But Valmiki was gloating over his Ramayana. Ahankara Vimudhatma. He was gloating over the Ramayana. And then Narada came and he laughed. Narada Muni, Trilok Sanchari, he came and laughed at him. Ha ha ha, you think your Ramayana is the greatest? Go and read Hanuman's Ramayana. It is more beautiful. There is nothing as beautiful as Hanuman's Ramayana. Valmiki was shocked. He thought he had achieved the ultimate in life and nobody could do that. And nobody knew that Hanuman had written the Ramayana. And so Valmiki goes to the Himalayas, in the cave where Hanuma is meditating. And he goes and sees this Hanuma. And this is after all the Rama, all this is done. This is later. And he's meditating in the cave and with his nail, monkey nails a lot, sharp, long ones. He has carved the Ramayana on the cave walls, the walls of the cave. And Valmiki asked Hanuma to narrate his Ramayana, and Hanuma started singing the glory of Rama. And Valmiki's tears started flowing. He was so overcome by the beauty of that Ramayana. And he couldn't stop himself from, expressing his this. And then Hanuma cried, okay, I know this is very good and all that, you're impressed, but still you're crying for some other reason. Tell me why. Valmiki said, I thought my Ramayana was the ultimate. Now after listening to your Ramayana, I know that mine is nothing compared to it. And now finished. Nobody will read my Ramayana. That is why I'm crying. He was very honest. He said, now that a better product has come into the market, nobody will buy mine. So Hanuman, you know what he did? Oh, is that the problem? Not a problem at all. And he destroyed his Ramayana. He destroyed whatever he had created. And he said, now nobody will know that there was even a Hanuman Ramayana. Don't worry, your Valmiki, your praise will be sung. That was the extent of his nirahankara, absolutely egoless. That was Hanuman.
But Purnima,
Ah,
that was all well. But then we all missed that Hanuman Ramayana. No, such a beautiful one.
mm,
I think
yeah,
one para is still somehow escaped and it is there, but I don't remember it.
oh, really?
Yes, one paragraph was saved
Mm.
in this.
See, all that is nimitta. See, that is another thing here. We are all nimitta. Nimitramatmam bhava sarvya sachi. He says,
So I will tell you, now you
Okay.
understand what is adrishta phala. What is adrishta phala? You're talking about adrishta phala. You might have written a Ramayana, but the circumstances are such that it has not to come out to the world.
That's
Only
it. Yeah.
Valmiki's Ramayana is supposed to come out.
That's it. That's it. That's adrishta.
All the people know how Hanuman joined the war. Do people know or not?
No. Tell.
He was today story time itself has come to 7:35. I'm sorry.
That's good, interesting, because we are getting a lot of gyan about this akarta bhava. Yeah.
They were climbing the mountain, Himalaya mountain, all the 5 brothers with Draupadi. And Draupadi said, I'm thirsty, please, can you go and get some, Bhima, can you go and get some water for me?
Yeah.
Way, he saw a monkey, big monkey lying down.
Yeah.
And, no, it is, no, sorry. This is much before the war. Sorry.
Yeah, much before the war. So she finds the Saugandhika flower. So she asks him to get the flower.
Yeah.
And he goes in search of it. Yeah.
You continue, please.
Yes, Rahul.
I mean, that's what so he goes in search of the flower and he reaches the mountain where it is available, but there is this old monkey sitting on the path with its tail stretched out on the path. So he tells the monkey to move away from the path, and so the monkey, I mean, being old, it says, I can't even move from here. So can you please move it? But before that, he also warns him that the mountain has a Rakshasa. I forgot the name of the Rakshasa. Says, don't go there. Anyone who goes there won't return. So, and again, Bhima starts boasting about his own power. He says, you don't know who I am and stuff. So, and he says, the monkey says, if you think you can go, please move my tail and you can go. And then, he tries with all his might to move the tail, but he's not able to even shake it from its position. So, and that's when Hanuman comes in his. I mean, the monkey converts into its original form of Hanuman, and so there's a realization between the brothers that happen. And he blesses him, saying, "I will be there to protect you through Arjuna's chariot.
Correct.
I will be there."
I'll be in the flag.
In the flag.
So no matter how many talents you have, how balavan you are, you might be a Bhima, you might be an Arjuna, but unless that ahankara is completely subdued, the full potential will not be expressed, isn't it?
Yes,
That
I
is
have one more
Yes, please.
anecdote if I can share.
Yeah,
So,
please.
yeah. So this is with respect to Ganapati writing the Mahabharata as the scribe for Vedavyasar.
Yeah,
Sure,
right.
you would all have heard. So he would have actually started with an original lekhani, a peacock feather, or an actual lekhani. But and we know the conditions that they both put to each other. So
Right.
midway through,
And there are many people who wouldn't know. Please tell, no?
oh yeah, sure. I mean, so Vedavyasar prays to Lord Ganapati to be the scribe, to be the one who is noting down while he is dictating the Mahabharata. And Ganapati agrees to the request on a condition that you should not stop dictating. The moment you stop dictating, I will drop the pen and I will go. So Vedavyasar also accepts that condition, and he starts reciting the Bhagavad Gita. The Mahabharata. And apparently he's reciting it at such speeds that my Ganapati was taking time to write, and there was another counter condition put by Vedavyasar, that you're not supposed to write the shloka unless you understand it.
Correct.
So, and apparently he did compose some shlokas which even Ganapati took time to understand. So, probably we still haven't understood Mahabharata the way we are actually supposed to understand. So, yeah. So, and while Ganapati took time to understand and write, Vedavyasar took his time to compose the next set of shlokas. So with his speed of reciting and at the speed at which Ganapati was writing, the pen broke apparently. So, and like they compare like how for a lion its mane is the majesty. If we shave off the mane of a lion, then it has lost its majesty. So similarly, the tusk of an elephant is its majesty. So Ganapati didn't want to apparently waste that time to. I mean, it sounds funny. I mean, he's God; he can do this and have the next lekani, but he didn't want to waste that moment also, and he breaks his tusk and starts continuing because he didn't want to miss out, or else Vedavyasar will continue reciting and he'll miss out. So he absolutely didn't have that pride that I'm going to lose my majesty. So he broke it and started continuing. So again, it's also a comparison that the broken tusk is the Jivatma and the full tusk is the Paramatma. So
so beautiful.
yeah.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. So in both these and all these several examples, to come back to that Hanuma and Valmiki, just one more insight is that Hanuma wrote the Ramayana for his own benefit. He did not expect the world to award him, sing his praises, and all. He did it just for his own pleasure, because he wanted to sing the glory of the Lord. He was doing it. That's all. That's why he didn't take, and the pleasure wasn't doing it. So there is no question of preserving it. So that's why he was happily, he was able to destroy it also without a second thought. Whereas Valmiki was very much attached to that fame and name and all the accolades that go with it. So that is another insight. I think Megha had shared a similar story. Like Tanzane was a great singer. And he was, of course, in the Asthana of Akbar. And he was a regular recipient of all the awards and accolades that he could get from the emperor. But then when Akbar used to praise him to the skies, you are the best singer in the world. My court has the best, fantastic artist, the best in the world and all that. Tanse says, I'm sorry, sir, but the best is my master, not me. My master sings better than me. So Akbar, naturally, he is the emperor, he wants the best. So he says, take me to your master. And they went and met the master, Ramachandra, is the master of Tanzane. And he was just in a simple, in a cottage, in a hut, he's sitting and he's singing all by himself. He has no courtier, he has no audience, he has nobody there, but he's singing to himself. And that was the most beautiful song that was heard by anyone. Akbar also, was enamored. And why? Because the master was singing for the pleasure of Krishna, or whatever he's got, and for his own joy, not for making a living, not none of the other motivations that common people have. That was the karma yoga.
I like that sentence actually in that story. With the version Purnimaji that I've heard is that when Akbar asks Tansen, I want call him as the Asthana Vidwan.
Correct.
And then Tansen says no, he will not sing for any kings or anyone. If you want to listen, we have to go to his place.
Correct.
And they actually listen to him from outside the house through a window because he does not sing for people. So, and after listening to him and getting enamored by his singing, he asks Tansen, why don't you sing like him? And that's when Tansen says, see, I sing for you, but he sings for God. So
yes, thank you for that. That's very important. No, this angle is very important. Tansen sings for the emperor and he sings for God. Very true. Very true. Very beautiful, lovely insight.
Tyagaraja was such a poor person. He got invitation from Sarboji Maharaj.
Yes. Nidhi chala sukhama, Ramani sannidhi seva sukhama. Yeah, this is true.
Can you sing?
I just know only the first line. So, Nidhi chala sukhama, Nijamuga balkumana sannidhi seva sukhama. Yeah, I just know that part of it.
Beautiful.
Very nice, Rahul.
You sang for us.
Oh, thank you so much.
We should thank you.
Unlike Tansen's master who said, I won't sing for anyone. I'm glad people sing for us, because I was just thinking of all these examples and I was thinking of Prabhuji. He is such a simple soul. If Akbar says, come and sing for me, he would go and sing, or he would go and talk in Akbar's Asthana. If I say, please come to my house, Prabhuji, and talk to me, he will do that also.
Yes,
That
yes.
ahankara also he doesn't
Yes,
have.
yes. Amma, also, if you give a call, no, if he forgets, no, he'll immediately call. Namachandra anta. So, Atara is very down to earth.
That angle also, I mean, that is also, you can say it's a kind of arrogance. I will not sing for anyone. I'll sing for God. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure Tansen's master was not like that. But still, this Satvik ahankara also, one has to be very, very careful about that. Satvik
Tyagaraja was fully Rama afraid. He was so Rama afraid.
Okay. Purnima, shall
Yenappa, Ramamani?
I will sing two sentences of Nidhi Shala.
Yes, please. Yes.
Okay.
We have another singer here. Yes, of course.
Nidhi chala sukama, Ramuni sannidhi chala sukama, Ramuni sannidhi seva sukama, Nijamukha balkumanasa nidhi chala sukama. Dadinavani takshiramulo ramu sukhama, Dadinavani takshiramulo sukhama. Forgot.
So beautiful.
Sorry.
Tumba ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿತ್ತಪ್ಪ Ramamani. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you so
I am
much.
in the train. I am in the train traveling from the Myanmar to Bangalore.
Oh.
So I could not
Lovely.
listen to yesterday's program. I was in the train.
Nodi, ಆಮೇಲೆ ನೋಡಿ.
Yeah.
So nice that you have logged in
Okay.
from the train. I'm glad you have Wi-Fi and all that.
Purnima, I have only one request. Ask
Yeah.
everyone to switch on the videos because I don't know who all are attending. I was so surprised. Oh, these are all my classmates. Oh, really? I was looking at each one of them.
Yeah, correct. True.
I know.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
know.
this is so beautifully we have come out with so many points for this prakrute kriyamanani gunaih karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimoodatma kartaham iti manyate. Okay, at a very basic level also some more points and we can close this shloka. So we have discussed at the highest level, thoda come down to earth. And on a day-to-day basis, not giving credit, like claiming all the credit is stupidity. I mean, it's stupid. See, for example, yesterday we had the Dharma Kshetra presentation we had. So many of us participated. Everyone recited a shloka. Some of us recited the narrated stories. And the kids came with their inputs. And I mean, without the participation of each and every element, seen and unseen, there's such a huge network which is behind the scene which is happening. Nothing will be possible. At least that much, even while that much awareness we should have with the littlest things that we do. Forget about expertise, forget about dharma, forget about karma, forget about Krishna. Just common sense. No, so many entities are involved in doing even a very simple task. So there are at least three, all the three major entities, the network is Jiva, Jagat, Ishvara, isn't it? I am the Jiva and the Jagat around me is cooperating with everything that I do. And Ishvara, of course, Bhagavan has to grant all that. Without Bhagavan granting that activity, nothing is going to happen, isn't it?
Number one, Ishvara is the Faladata. He is the one who sees all the, he is a grand computer. He has the accounts of each jiva. Accordingly, he is the judge and accordingly he will shower.
Correct.
Karma is a cafe where you are served what you deserve, not what you want.
And also,
and one more thing, Purnima.
Yeah.
Ubuntu.
Ubuntu.
I am what because you are there.
Yes, I am because you are there. Correct. Oh, chai happening in the
railway station.
Yeah, Ubuntu. I am because you are there. How can I be an isolated entity? Impossible.
Okay. Can you hold a class without the students?
There. No.
Okay. Can we have a class as students without a teacher?
I am because you are. Absolutely. That's the whole thing. And the Prakriti is the three gunas that all of us have in different degrees. Bhagavan uses that the way he wishes to get things done in the world. Somebody is very Rajasic. Okay, he makes him a Kshatriya. Somebody is very Sattvic. He makes him a, whatever, teacher or whatever. If one is aligned with Dharma, Bhagavan will use the qualities of each and every person under his fold to do his work. That is what when Arjuna said, okay, I will give up arms and I won't fight. So Bhagavan gives him all the teaching and he says, Nimitta matram bhava. You become my instrument, Baba. You are just a nimitta. Everything is being done by me through you. You have to be a flute. That is the Krishna's flute. No. Unless the flute is empty, no music will come out. So, Nimitta Matram Bhava is the mantra for all of us. Just be aligned to Dharma. Just be aligned to Dharma and automatically things will happen through me. That's all there is. And even after giving all this gyan, ultimately Krishna tells Arjuna, now I have told you everything. You do whatever you feel like doing. Look, Baba, this is my Mama Mataha. In every other shloka, Krishna keeps telling, this is what I feel. You do what you want. He leaves that free will also will play a great role here. He will not put any conditions. He says, okay, I have told you what is right. I have told you what is wrong. You do now. Okay, you asked me for advice. I have given you. Now it's your choice. See, there also till the last moment, the free will has to be aligned towards dharma. Otherwise, again, you can go after listening to everything also.
Krishna told Arjuna, you are not doing anything. I am only doing everything.
Correct.
But Arjuna, she said, what he's saying, he didn't believe. In Vishwarupa, when he saw Krishna with all his heads and all the Kaurava army
Swarupa.
going through into his mouth, that is the time he realized, it's Krishna who is doing everything. They're already dead.
Yeah, correct. So that is the Virat Swarupa of Krishna, which Arjuna couldn't bear, and I'm sure that's why that avarana is there. We cannot remember that all the time. Otherwise, we'll not be able to act, right? And one more thing about this thing is, the moment I claim responsibility, the doership, one more thing will come into picture. I am the enjoyer, the karta, bhokta, jnata, all the three will come together. I am the karta. The moment I say I am the karta, I am the bhokta, means I am the one who enjoys the fruits or suffers the consequences. That also will be hoisted upon me. I don't want that. I would love to enjoy the fruits, but I don't want to suffer the consequences.
No, you get the credit and the debit.
Debit, credit, sab milega. Thorns and bouquets, everything, bouquets and brickbats will all come. But the moment I claim to be a karta, I will have the tendency to only want the bouquets and reject the brickbats, which is not happening. So that also makes sense to say, Ara Baba, I didn't do anything. Krishna did anything. For my own safety also, I should say, I didn't do anything. You did.
If you say that, for you, no credit, no debit.
No credit.
God takes everything.
Let him take. I don't want the negative consequences of my whatever I do. Karta, bhokta, jnata, I know. What do I know? Nothing. That pride and self-obsession and that craving for credit and that ingratitude towards this thing and that being the lone wolf, without giving credit to the team. All that is very, 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 very basic, tendencies, which I'm sure we will not even want to dwell upon such lowly tendencies.
Why do you say you don't know anything? For just lifting this finger of mine, hand of mine, you know how many muscles are working?
Yeah.
How much blood has to be pumped?
Yes.
How many instructions from the brain has to come? So many things are happening. What do you know?
Yeah.
That you say, I know.
Mudha. Only a mudha will say, I know. So there is joy in sharing, there is joy in doing work together, there is joy in teamwork. All that is there. There's so much joy when it is inclusive. No? Yo vai bhuma tat sukham. Bhuma is the vast. Whatever is vast is sukha. Na alpe sukham asti. In the smallness, there is no sukha. That is said in the Chandogya. Yo vai bhuma, no, Bruhadaranyaka. Yo vai bhuma tat sukham na alpe sukham asti. So, the bottom line of all the teaching is, go on expanding myself. Go on expanding. Go on being inclusive of everything and everybody. Become so vast that you are infinite. You are Satchidananda, Ananta. Satyam, Jnanam, Ananta. Yes, Nirma.
Somebody came and praised Emma Subbalakshmi. Wow, you sing so beautifully. She said, I'm just a sand in the beach. One single sand.
Grain of sand. Yeah.
Grain of sand.
Yeah. Yeah, these are some lofty thoughts we have shared today. Anything else? Shweta, Chandra, Indra, Tell me, anything else? Helappa?
We just need to marinate the lofty
That is what, Ma.
thoughts now.
Need to marinate in it.
Since we are
Yeah, we
deluded,
need to marinate and digest it right now.
We aren't deluded anymore. We are
no,
hearing.
not anymore. I'm telling, since we are deluded, I think that I am the doer, I am the thing. But when pain comes, no, we don't want that. So we have to bear
Yeah.
everything. When you say I, even pain is yours.
True.
ಕರ್ಮಣ್ಯೇವಾಧಿಕಾರಸ್ತೆ ನಾ ಫಲೇಶು ಕದಾಚನ ಅದ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದಾನಲ್ಲ ಕೃಷ್ಣ.
ಅದೇ
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ವೇ ಇಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್. ಯಾತಕ್ ನೀನು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ವೆನ್ ದ ರಿಸಲ್ಟ್ ಇಸ್ ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಮೈ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲ್, ಬೈ ವಾಟ್ ಹೌ ಕೆನ್ ಐ ಕ್ಲೇಮ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಡೂಯಿಂಗ್ ಎನಿಥಿಂಗ್? ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಸೋ ಸ್ಟುಪಿಡ್. Actually, it is illogical. And if I am doing something, I should be in control of the entire process. I am not. Which is very logical that, okay, I am also not in my control that way. But that little free will is there, which we have to use to be always on the side of dharma. That's all we can do.
Shweta was going to come tell something.
She said, I have to marinate in this, right?
I have to
Yeah.
marinate and slowly digest it, is what I said.
Yes.
But I
Adhe
think
matte-
it's a really powerful thoughts, right? Sometimes it just seems so simple, right? At the end of the day, Purnima, Ji, like I kind of understand this thing is go to the basics, make it as simple as possible, remove complications,
Yeah,
remove
exactly.
drama.
What do I do in day to life? See, that is very easy to say. Anyway, I'm
Yeah.
not doing anything. Anyway, God is the doer. Anyway, some Prakriti is doing everything. Why should I do anything? That thought will also come, which came to Arjuna. Why should I fight? Anyway, Jiva is the immortal. Anyway, I cannot kill the soul. All these
Yeah.
kind of, that lofty thought itself can make you one mudha, one, it can derail you if it's not, aligned properly. He said, no. Why are you?
Anything? Any which ways, nothing. I'm not very important, you say. Then why should I work?
Why should I do anything?
Anyways, that person is going to do, this person is going to do, and I'm not going to get the credit. I'm not going to do
Exactly.
anything. So, okay, fine. Let me be jolly, lazy.
Ashte. So what's the answer to that, Chandra? ಹಂಗ್
ಅದೇ
ಹೇಳ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅಟೆಂಡಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ,
ಹಾ.
ಅದ್ ಏನಾದ್ರೂ ಆಗ್ಬಿಡ್ಲಿ, ಯಾರನ್ನ ಬೈದ್ರು ಸರಿ ಬಿಡು, ಏನೋ ಕರ್ಮ, ಹೋದ್ ಜನ್ಮದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೋ ಬೈದಿದ್ನೋ ಬೈಸ್ಕೊತಾ ಇದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ಆ ಮಟ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೀನಿ ನಾನು ಇವಾಗ.
ಸರಿ. ಅಲ್ಲ ಇವಾಗ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಇರೋದು, ಈಗ ಹೆಂಗಿದ್ರು ಎಲ್ಲಾ ದೇವ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಪ್ರಕೃತಿ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲಾರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನೇನಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾದ್ರು ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಬರತ್ತಾ? ಬರಬಹುದು.
ಅಲ್ಲ, ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಖಂಡಿತ.
ಏನ್ ಉತ್ತರ ಏನ್ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ? ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಉತ್ತರ ಫಾರ್ ದಟ್? ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಸಂಬಡಿ ಶೇರ್ ದ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕ್ಲೋಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ ಡೇ.
The second line of Karmanyavadhikaraste shloka.
Absolutely.
ಸಂಕಸ್ತ್ವಂ ಅಕರ್ಮಣಿ. Perfect, Rahul. Yes. You please expand on that.
I mean, I would want somebody, one of you only, please.
Yeah.
My knowledge is limited, so I mean, but I know that our part matra is just what I'm aware.
That part, nobody gives attention to that. See, karmanyavadhikaraste na phaleshu kadashana. That we all know. The second line,
karma phala heturbuhu.
Karma phala heturbuhu. Don't be the, don't be the instrument to become one, the phala of karma also. Okay. Mate sankastvam akarmani. Don't be attached.
Don't get into inaction.
Non-doing. Inaction also. Don't be lazy also. So many conditions are there here. You bloody well do your work and leave the results to me, and you become an instrument in my hands. You be the flute through which I can, produce beautiful music. You lend yourself to my activity, which is dharma, samsthapana. Samasta loka sukha, loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Atmana mokshartam jagadhitaya cha. All these should be our clarion calls. That is the bottom line with which the top line, the bottom line, the middle line, everything is the same. Atmano mokshartam jagadhitaya cha. That's all. And be Krishna's flute instrument. Nimittamatram bhava savyasachi. According to my prakriti, I'll be doing some things according to Krishna's wish. That's all. That's all.
Do your best and leave the rest to God.
Ashte. That's all. So that is what it is. Prakrute Kriyamanani 3.37 done. Okay.
Do people remember the story of flute and Radha being jealous of the flute?
And you tell off and then we'll close. 8
No,
point.
if people know the story, no fun in telling.
No, please tell Purnimaji. I have not heard the story.
Yeah. Nirmala, helappa.
Really, please.
So Radha came and said, very jealously said, Krishna, no, he runs away from us. He hides. He goes away. But you, flute, you're so lucky. You're always stuck in his waist. It's not fair. What did you do that he's so fond of you? He's not treating us like you. But you are special. You're always there. So the flute says, oh, you don't know my story. Just pick me up from my tree. He plucked me from the tree. And then, you know what he did? He dried me in the sun for 10 days. When I was very dry, he put a needle and took out all the fillings from inside me, and then he made holes. And what I am now, I am nobody. I am just totally surrendered to him.
Correct.
Totally. Don't wish for being me. It is not very easy. I had the worst experience. He dried me, he put me, he hold me. And what is left is just this. But in the process, he has made me his own. It's my favorite story.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Ma.
Thank you so
Very
much.
nice.
Really nice.
And the
Thank
same
you for
with the
sharing.
sculpture, same with the stone, no, which was picked up for making a sculpture of God. Same thing. Hitting, poking, carving, so much it is inflicted, so much pain is inflicted on that stone. Thank God it's insentient. So yeah, that's what it is told about a person who undergoes so much suffering in life. Because you're being carved into a beautiful sculpture. That's why, so many things are inflicted on you. That is the whole thing. Because you have to become God. You have to become the sculptor of God ultimately.
Diamond, an uncut diamond goes through severe 97 cuts to become a blue jagger. 97 cuts.
Yes.
Strong ones.
So we don't know through how many lifetimes we have gone through how many cuts. But Nisargadatta Maharaj says one thing because of which I love him very much. Thank you. Because all this is very scary. How many more cuts and problems we have to go through in life. Nisargadatta says no need. You're watching the life around you. You're watching people around you. You learn from their experience. One need not go through every experience in life. Every jiva doesn't have to go through all the experiences. You live and learn. Enough. That's what. Sahasra Sirsha Purushaha Sahasrashaha. The same God is going through experiences in so many jivas. So it doesn't mean that every jiva has to go through each and every cut there. It's perfectly fine. You just live, learn, understand, and be happy. That's all.
We were 3 children in the house. And I used to do a lot of mistakes, and I used to get beaten up black and blue from my mother. And my sister was very smart. She saw all the black and blue cuttings I'm getting. You know what she did? She was picture perfect. She will never repeat the mistakes I have done.
Exactly.
She learned it.
That's the intelligent way of living life. Perfect.
Or maybe she didn't get caught. That's all. And you got caught.
All right. So that is it for the day. We can finish here, close for the day. And next week we'll kind of conclude the last sloka that is pending, and we can close with chapter 3. Okay. Thank you so much, Rahul. We enjoyed this breath of fresh air, and very happy to have you in the group. And
Likewise. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
You brought music into this class.
Yeah.
Thank you.
The flute
That's
has
awesome.
started.
Again, an instruction from above. So not me.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, for transaction purpose, it's okay. We can say, okay, thank you very much. And internally be aware that, it is all, everything is happening.
ನಮ್ ಗ್ರೂಪ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ರೂ ಇದಾರಮ್ಮ. ನಿರ್ಮಲವಾದ ಚಂದ್ರ, ಪೂರ್ಣಿಮಾ, ಸೂರ್ಯ, ಕಮಲ, ಪದ್ಮ, ಎವ್ರಿಬಡಿ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್.
Kamala.
ಅದೇ ಪದ್ಮಜ ಕಮಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ?
ಶ್ವೇತಾ, ಈ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂತಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಶ್ವೇತ ಕಮಲ.
ಅದೇ ಶ್ವೇತ ಕಮಲ, ಚಂದ್ರ, ನೀವು
ಅನುಪಮ,
ಪೌರ್ಣಿಮಾ, ನಿರ್ಮಲಮ್ಮ, ನಿರ್ಮಲವಾದ ವಾತಾವರಣ, ರಾಹುಲ್, ಸೂರ್ಯ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ.
Ramani, precious
No,
gem,
it is a very, very strange combination of people. See all the names. They are almost a description of Brahma.
Of course, yeah, we have all come from Sahasranamas only. Our parents have given us names.
Yes.
That's why.
No, these are particular names. Anu, Shweta, Kamala, Padmaja,
Anupama.
everything. Just see.
Talking about names, no, I'll just share one small one if you have time. Otherwise, next week.
ಇಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ
Please share